You may have heard some people say that showing up is half the battle, and that's surely the case when it comes to school. Teachers know attendance matters when it comes to ensuring success in the classroom and beyond. Springfield Public Schools are launching an attendance initiative on December 13th. Caroline McGrath sat down with Lydia Martinez, the Assistant Superintendent of Schools, to learn more.
It's called Attendance Matters. It's a campaign. The official kickoff is going to be December 13th. And what it is everybody in the Springfield Public Schools is going to come united with a T-shirt that says Attendance Matter to kick off the campaign. You'll also see some of the signs on buses. We're sending letters to all our community partners in the city of Springfield, asking them to please put Attendance Matters on their marquees, make announcements at work, do incentives. And the purpose of it is not just to get the kids to school, which is our number one purpose, but to show the children the importance of attendance, not just in school, but throughout life.
Right, that you're going to get fired from your job if you just decide I'm not going to show up for days on end, right?
Correct. And so we want them to see the connection between not only workforce development, college and career readiness, but just the importance of attendance in life. And if they can come to school, we can educate them.
So tell me a little bit, obviously you want them to be there 100% of the time, but what are your immediate goals for this campaign?
95% attendance across every single one of our schools.
So that sounds like, wow, 95%. So right now, about what is the attendance rate if you were to give a baseline?
It's approximately about 94.6, 94.7. You know, as you know, it changes every day and the weather is a huge factor.
Right. So people might say, oh, 94%, that's pretty good, but you're still talking about, you know, quite a few kids who are not there in school, and obviously attendance is tied to performance and everything else. How can you convince parents? You know, parents are, you know, part of this equation, of course. How can you convince parents that this is really a priority?
So what we're trying to instill in parents is for them to apply themselves. If they don't go to work every day, they could get fired. And so really teaching the students early on in life the importance of being present every day and whatever it is you do is important, because we have to remember school's in session 180 days out of the year. So 5% out of 180 is a lot of days. A lesson missed today is the connection where the kid could possibly then not catch up or start falling behind. One lesson is really important. So being present every day helps the child stay on top of their studies and know what's really going on so that he or she doesn't have to play catch up later on.
And talk a little bit about chronic absenteeism as well.
So the chronic absenteeism is part of the ESSA, the Every Student Succeeds Act. And so chronic absenteeism is now something that the state is watching and holding districts accountable for. We're not just doing it because of the accountability system. We're doing it because it's really important for them to be in school so that they can succeed and graduate and move forward in life. So the chronic absenteeism is if a child is absent, for example, 14 days out of the year. That's a lot. And so chronic means that they've missed X amount of days, X amount of lessons, which translate into X amount of work, et cetera, et cetera. So we are really looking at the chronic absenteeism not only as a measure by the state, but as a measure for ourselves. We need the children in school every day.
When an administrator calls home to the parent and says, you know, your child hasn't been there for 5 days, you know, what are you hearing from parents as to, you know, the kind of support that they need or why they're not getting their kid on the bus?
So as you can imagine, there's a lot of reasons. Some are very legitimate reasons, and we do have excused and unexcused absences in our attendance policy. There are only 5 real reasons why the students should be out of school every day, and that includes a medical appointment for themselves. And we're always asking parents, please take the kids to the doctors on days off. Their kids are in school 180 days out of the year. You know, most of them are out by 3:30 in the afternoon. We understand that some of those appointments are hard to get. And so we want our children to be healthy also. That's part of being present every day. But if a child, for example, has an appointment at 10 a.m., there's no reason why he or she can't get the morning lessons, go to the doctors, come back and get the afternoon lessons. That's less work that the child has to make up or gaps that they receive by being absent a full day. And so part of what we're asking the parents to do is to be very cognizant of why they keep their children out and to work with us. We have an attendance office. We have different wraparound services that we can help parents with. So if there's a real reason, we are here to help the parents get them to school every day. So we ask parents, don't be afraid to tell us the truth. But a child staying home because he or she does not want to get out of bed is not a legitimate reason for them not to come to school, just like it's not a legitimate reason for us not to go to work.
Exactly, but that could be a legitimate fight, at 7:05 in the morning, where they definitely, they could need some help from that office as well. I know as part of that, you have the truancy officers. I'm not sure if they're called that anymore, but that work with attendance specialists that work with your team as well. Tell us about their role.
So we have attendance specialists in all our secondary schools. In the high schools, they're there full time. Their job is to keep an eye on the attendance and work with the families to get the students into school so that we can figure out why they're not coming to school. And you're right, that is one of the reasons that we do hear sometimes, I try to get him out of bed, but he won't get up. And so we help the parents with some of those parenting tips to kind of help them understand how they can have an influence and get that child out of bed. So that's one excuse that we hear. And so, yes, our attendance specialists are there to help the parents and assist in whatever we can. We have wraparound services through our City Connect, so we help parents with resources. If it's a resource thing, if it's a homelessness, we have the McKinney-Vento, we get transportation for them. So we help with just about everything. We just need to know the real reason why that child is not in school.
So talk a little bit about, future goals. I'm sure part of this campaign you're talking about, career readiness and the like, and I'm surely college as well. But you got to show up first, right? That's all you're asking. Show up, and then, you can take it from there. Is that correct?
That is correct. If they show up every day, we can educate and they can graduate. And so that is part of that campaign, is to show that importance of how being present. Hold us accountable. If the child is there every day, then by all means, please do, because then we have no reason why we're not doing our job. If the child is in school, it is our job to educate them. But it's hard to be held accountable when the child is truant or absent 20% of the time, because then not only are we playing catch up, but we're also trying to change the child's mindset about the importance of being there. And so we don't want it's part of the everyday lessons of life, right? The soft skills that some people like to call it. And so it's part of what we're trying to educate them on. Like, yes, there are going to be mornings when none of us want to get up out of bed, but we still have to.